Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome back to the podcast.
If you're watching the video, you see us cheesing so much right now because it's been a second, but we are back. We're back.
Yeah, I think it's been honestly like a month since we've both recorded. And also,
Yeah.
we were recording in the studio for a while. So this feels like a throwback to when me and
Yes.
Ishika would record virtually every week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But we're virtual today so that we can get an episode
hmm
out. I feel like we are long overdue for a catch up just to like
hmm
chit chat. It's been a second.
Mhm. I know I was talking to a friend the other day and she was like, I've been missing some Plenty 20. She was like, I listened to Plenty 20 and she was like naming a few of their other podcasts that she listens to every week. And she's like, my Mondays. I don't know what I'm supposed to be listening to.
That is the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
I know. She felt our
Sometimes okay,
absence.
good. Because sometimes it feels like, wait, are people listening? But that's so sweet. That's really nice.
hmm
Okay,
hmm
okay. Yay. Well, we're back.
Yes, we're
Back and
back.
better than ever.
How has
So,
your time been? 1 month.
bro, like, so much life has happened. I
So much
feel like,
life.
well, I turned 25. That's a big life
Mhm.
update.
That was a big life
Quarter life.
update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quarter life crisis. I don't know. I'm never using the word crisis, but whatever. Quarter life has happened.
Do you feel like you're
Um,
having a quarter life crisis?
I don't. I think I was more nervous to turn 25, and now that I'm 25, I'm
Mhm.
like, "Oh, okay, that like
It's
what?
like
That's fine."
whatever.
I don't
Do
know.
you
I
feel
think
like
20
your brain has developed? Do you like have any new advice once you've
well,
become a
I
fully developed brain?
frontal lobe, I think it has, but not like in the past week, more like in the past 6 months. I feel like I feel a difference in the past like 6 to 9 months. Like the past
Mhm.
year, 24 to 25, I definitely feel like I feel so different than I was last year in a good way. I just feel like
Mhm.
a lot more equipped mentally, like spiritually to deal
Yeah.
with life. I don't know. So
Yeah.
I do feel a shift.
Mhm.
Do you feel it happening? Because I know you're like for me, it wasn't the day before. I think it was leading up to it.
I feel like there's a lot of buildup for me to turn 25. So I honestly think 24 has been the hardest year ever for me.
Year,
Yeah.
really?
Or like age year for me. But a lot of people will say like when they turn 25, like that becomes the hardest year because like there's this pressure once you turn 25 of like knowing
Yeah,
things. But for
yeah.
me, I think it's like the buildup of turning 25 has been the hardest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, like for some context, Masa's kind of like the youngest in our friend group, so she turns 25 last. So you kind of see
A
everyone
lot
else.
later. I
Yeah.
know.
So it's like Masa's just waiting.
That is so true. I actually am the youngest out of everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There you go.
Um,
But I do think there's a bit of a change yet. I think 24, I agree with you. Like I think 24 was more dramatic, 24 to 25. Who
mhm,
knows? 25 just started, but it's okay. Like I do think
mhm.
25 feels like such a big number though. Like you're like, "Oh my God, like
God, I'm 25 now.
I'm
Yeah.
25." I like
I I think it will fully hit me when someone asks me how old I am, and then I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I'm 25," because 24 still feels young to me. It still
yeah,
feels like I'm
yeah.
a baby, like I don't
Yes.
have a care in the world, like, no worries, but 25 feels like this an additional responsibility. I don't know.
Yeah, like
I
it's no
don't
more
know.
early 20s. Like I can't say early 20s now. Like no.
I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, in this time, Ishika and I also it was her birthday,
Yeah.
really fun, and then we also went to Nashville, like,
Oh
her
my
and
God, I
I
forgot about our
Yeah, that
we
was
went to
also
Nashville.
in the month of May, which was very, very fun. I mean, like, I had such a fun time there.
Yeah, I think we should talk about our Nashville trip. But yeah, so for my birthday, yo, we went to Bad Roman and it's my first time going. It was your first time too, right?
Mhm.
I loved it. Like,
I
I just
loved
think it
it.
was so good. I want to go back.
The vibes were good, and especially I feel like for a birthday, I feel like there was just so much energy in the room that I felt like it
Yes.
was very, very fun.
And the food was good. Because I feel like sometimes you go
Mhm.
out to like a nice place in New York and you're like, oh, this
Yeah.
is expensive. But I'm not like obsessed with the food, but like the food was good, bro.
Mhm.
It was
I
yum.
especially feel that when you go to, like, a big dinner for birthdays, like, it's not really focused on the food, so, like, the food is always not that great, but this restaurant, like, the food was good, the drinks were really good, and the
Yeah.
vibes were amazing.
The vibes were good. I just
Yeah.
think the location is a little bit like in the middle of not middle of nowhere, but like not really close to other things. But like if y'all can like get to Columbus Circle, go. It was so yum. And then
Mhm.
yeah, we went to Nashville. So we went to Nashville before my birthday, actually.
Mhm.
But yeah, Nashville was so fun. Like I just love the vibes.
I
Like I
know,
loved
and
it.
the music, and
Yeah,
I just think the overall energy there was just so much fun, and we do a girls trip with, like, our friends, like, 6 of us, like, I've we've this is, like, the 4th or 5th
every year.
one. I
Yeah,
don't even
yeah.
know. Um, and it was just, like, the most perfect Airbnb. It was so cute, um, and just overall, I think it was just, like, a really fun trip. Yeah.
Genuinely, I think it was such a good mix of like partying and that vibe, and then also a little bit chill because there's some cute brunch spots and like cute
Mhm.
shopping. Like I think it's just you can have a good
Mhm.
Sunday morning and also you can like have fun out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was I think this one day when I think it was on that last day, that Saturday when we were, like, walking around and we went to this cute area. I don't remember what it was called, but there was, like, a bunch of different, like, little boutiques and
Hmm.
stores and, like, different coffee shops, and I
Yeah.
thought it was just so cute. And I didn't realize, like, how popular of a city Nashville was too, but there was just so many people, especially on Broadway, but, like, in general, there was a lot of people there. Yeah.
It was so crowded, especially on Broadway. It was insanity. Like
Mhm.
and it wasn't we weren't even there on well, I guess we were there on Memorial Day weekend. So maybe it was a little bit of like a more touristy weekend, but it wasn't like a crazy touristy weekend, I feel like. And they
Yeah.
shut down Broadway every night. We have never seen anything like that. Like I think for all of us, we were like, this is wild.
I agree, and it was a lot of fun. Definitely recommend going for, like, I know a lot of people go on, like, bachelorette trips there, but, like, if you wanna ever do, like, a fun girls trip, I think it's just so much fun. And we were joking because, like, Ishika wore, like, this all-white outfit. She honestly looked like it was her bachelorette party.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
everyone there is not everyone, but like I would say
A lot of
75%
people.
of the
Yeah.
tourists there are on some sort of bachelorette trip or like
Mhm.
celebrating something. Everywhere we would go, people would be like, "What are you celebrating?" And we're like, "Well, kind of birthdays, but kind of just life. I don't know, like
Yeah.
nothing. It's just life.
Just going on a trip.
We
My
just like
favorite part was we did this, like, pedal bike one day, and, it was just so much fun. Honestly, it's, like, such a touristy thing, but I think everyone should do it. It was just, like, you're
it
just
was so good.
hiking through the streets, drinking, and I thought it was just so much fun. The group we were with while we were on the pedal bike thing was also just, like, so funny, so I think it just, like,
Yeah,
added to the experience, but, I think it was
yeah.
just being in a vehicle and drinking at the same time just felt very fun.
And I think it's such a different culture because we couldn't do that in New York. Like we can't. There's no. We can't open a drink and walk, but you're like literally in public, just like drinking on the street. It was just crazy. It was crazy. And
Mhm.
yeah, our like whatever the driver, our tour person was really fun. And I think they even have like a version of the bike where you can like it's like a comedy show on a bike. The people we were on the bike with were telling us that. So it's not a bike either. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's more of a bus and you're like pedaling. Everyone has their own pedal.
Mhm. Yeah, but the pedaling doesn't add, like, I personally thought that, like, you had to pedal for the vehicle to move,
Me
but
too.
it's just for the vibes.
It just yeah, it just so it makes you feel like you're
I don't even think I was pedaling half the time. My feet were just stand still. Like, if we
I agree.
actually had to pedal, I really don't know how far the bike would go.
No, we would not have gone far. I agree. But
Yeah.
was that your favorite part of the trip, the pedal bike thing?
I think, like, in the terms of, like, going out partying wise, I think that was my favorite.
Yeah, me
Like,
too.
we went out at night on Broadway, which was also really fun, but I think I liked this day thing a lot more, and
Yeah.
we went to this, like, moonshine distillery after. I think it was just the whole energy of the day. It was just really
You're
fun.
right. You're
And then we
right.
went to this restaurant called Hattie B's after, which is, like, supposed to be a popular, like, what, like,
Fried
chicken
chicken
shop
spot.
kinda?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was so good.
It was really good. I
Yeah.
think, yeah, I just think the thing with going out at, on Broadway at night is that you have to wait in lines. Like you're just
Mhm.
waiting in lines. And I think we're used to like just like hopping around if we want to from like bar to bar. And you couldn't really do that on Broadway because you're waiting such a long line. Once you get in, you need to stay. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait in another
Yeah.
like really long line.
Or you might not even be able to get in. And I
Yeah.
didn't know that was an actual issue there. Like, I guess it's just
Yeah.
so there's so many people there, but there's also so many bars, but there's a lot of people there, so it makes sense why there's a lot of lines, but
Yeah.
I had
But like
no idea.
I was getting caught up. I'm like, wait, do I like? Am I supposed to be from the south? Like, what? It was so fun. Like, I genuinely think I want to do a bachelorette there. I'm not in a relationship.
You
It's not happening
should.
soon. Yeah, like it's not even in the near future. But I'm like, wait, I'm gonna have my bachelorette in
It would be
Nashville.
so
Like,
much fun. All the
I think
cowboy
it was
boots, and then maybe that time we'll actually do the buy 3, get 1 free or
okay.
something.
So there is this one. So I really wanted a pair of cowboy boots, like real leather boots from Nashville.
Mhm.
So on Broadway, there's a bunch of little shops. So we were going in all of them, and we found this one shop. It was buy one get two free or something. Yeah, it was buy one get two free. So for the price of one of the boots, you're getting three basically.
Mhm.
So it definitely was a good deal, but the way they're pricing it is that each boot is priced a little higher too, right? To like
Mhm.
make up for the fact that you're getting three for one. But no one else wanted a boot. So I'm like, what do I do? I got one anyway because they had like a good deal for buying one as well. But yeah, next time we go, we all have to go back to that store and just do the deal. Buy one, get two free.
I know. I honestly I would have gotten one, but I just didn't think I planned for the fact that like I probably would have to fit it in my suitcase on the way back because I also
Yeah.
was going somewhere else after, so I didn't account for all of that. But yeah, overall, Nashville was such a good trip and I would definitely go again. I thought it was
Yeah.
really fun.
Same. I would recommend it. I would
Such a
totally say
quick
to go.
flight too.
Yeah, such a quick flight.
Yeah.
And I think we had a cute little itinerary where we did a lot of stuff. We got to see a lot of the cute bars. We went to a museum. We like had a
Mhm.
really well-rounded little trip. And yeah, it was so needed, I think. It was so fun.
Mhm. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
So how has your month been other than that?
Yeah. So other than that, I think birthday, I we went to Nashville and then I've had family here. They literally left last night. So and they were here for 2 weeks staying at my house. And we went drove to Canada on a like a road trip. We went to Quebec City. So it was just a lot. It's my like first cousins, my aunt and uncle and my cousins were here from London. So it was so nice to get family time. But it's just I was telling Manasa, I think I just have not had time to myself in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Genuinely. I haven't,
Because
I've had to
Nashville
like
was
find
right before that, right?
right before.
Yeah.
There was like 2 days in between from Nashville, and then it was my birthday, and then next time my aunt came, and then they've been here for 2 weeks. In between, we went to Canada. It's just been like go, 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 go. But
Mhm.
another thing I did do that I just remembered, I'm remembering. I feel like this month was such a crazy month. I kind of want to make like a May recap. It's already way into June, but it's fine. Um, I went to the Diljit Dosanjh concert, which was y'all like I love him. I love him.
Yeah.
If anyone listens to Punjabi music, you know.
Yeah.
Such a good time. It was at Prudential
Mhm.
Center. I went with like my family and we just had the best time ever. And it was the night before I turned 25. So I turned 25 like on the drive back from the concert and it was just so fun.
Was the whole, like, stadium full and everything?
Sold
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
So
yeah,
many
yeah.
people, yeah.
So many people. And he had the little bands that light up,
Oh, that's so
like
fun. Yeah. Oh my god, we had that
all
at the
the different
Jonas
colors.
Brothers concert.
Yeah, they were there for the Jonas Brothers concert.
Yeah.
Like he was lighting it up, and it was
Oh
just
my
so
god.
sweet. He like bought a bunch of little kids on the stage and like danced with them, and it was
That's
so
really
good.
cute. That's really
He's such
cute.
a performer. It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me
Did he have,
about
like,
your
backup
month.
dancers and everything?
Yes,
He did.
he has a whole production.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he had it was crazy, and
I feel like he's
like
a really good performer. Like, I've seen so
he's
many
such a
videos, like, when he performed at Coachella and everything, there was he does the whole thing.
yeah, and
Yeah.
before comes out, they like play like it's almost like a movie, like a 3 minute
Yeah.
movie of like
A
him
video?
like of him like walking around, like talking about how like like I don't know, spirituality and how like everything
Yeah.
is for God, and it was just so good. And then before he comes on, it's like the world needed a superhero, and
He's
he
the
answered the.
Superman. I love that.
But I was eating it up, and everyone there was eating it up. It was just also it's just so cool to see like how Indian Punjabi culture has transcended. Like there was kids there was the grandparents there, like everyone was
Mhm.
there together, and he sold out Prudential. It was just so cool. So I
Mhm.
had the bestest time. I will see him again and again and again. Like I will always go to see.
I love
So
that.
how's your month been though, man? What have you been up to?
Uh, Dude, I was also like reflecting on this month and I feel like it's just flown by. I mean, we're already towards getting towards the second half of June. It is so crazy. I was also
Yeah,
having a very crazy May, like after Nashville, the weekend after my mom came. It was Ishika's birthday, and then my mom came and
yeah,
stayed for a few days. So that was there. And then the weekend after that, wait, it was that weekend your parents had the summer party?
yeah. It was the
Yeah,
same
so is
weekend.
that was a really busy weekend, I remember.
Oh my
Wait,
god!
is
Wait, that's
like,
so true.
going back home, her parents, like, threw a summer party at their house in Jersey, so
Yes,
I had to
I've
come back to the
ever.
city that day. It was so late in the night on a Sunday night, like, it was just insane. I was walking through New York at, like, 2 in the morning. I'm like, "What am I doing right now? Tomorrow is Monday." Like, I felt when, like, kids take a nap and they wake up and they start
Yeah.
crying? Like, I
That's how
took a
you think.
nap on the subway and I woke up and I just started crying. Like, that's what happened. And Caleb was, like, looking at me and he's like, I guess, like, that's
He's like, "Are you
I
good?"
I was just so tired that I started crying. I've never experienced, that sort of emotion, but it was honestly, like, such a fun
Yeah.
evening. Like, I that was the best. Um,
Was
and
it trippy
then
coming back into the suburbs? Like, was it trippy, like, driving back, like, in South Brunswick again?
It felt very nostalgic to come
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah,
It felt very nice. It also felt very nice to have a breath of fresh air,
yeah.
without, honking and smells. So,
I
it was
know, it
really
was
good.
so fun. I'm so happy, like, everyone came to obviously to my parents' house, and, like, they were so happy to, like, host everyone. There it was just so cute. It was a
It
good
was
day.
very cute.
Yeah,
And then the weekend after that, I think, was also very busy. So, like, every weekend has been really crazy until this weekend has been a little chiller. So it's been really good. Other than that, nothing crazy has been happening. I've been in
yeah,
this weird period. I would think I was just talking about like how 24 has been like such a confusing year for me. So I've been just trying to figure out like I guess what my next thing is. For the
yeah.
first time in my life, I feel like I've had no actual goal, if that makes sense.
Okay,
Like I'm going
okay.
through every day with like I'm so grateful for the comfort that I have. Like I have a job. So grateful for that. I have amazing
Mhm.
friends, a great support system, but like there's no actual like goal. It's
Yeah.
so
It's kinda like the now
weird.
what feeling. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel that, yeah.
And I've never experienced it until like I think the past month or two where I've just been like, I feel like I've been meeting some new people places and they're like, oh, so like what's next? Like what's new? And I'm like, dude, like actually nothing crazy is going on. Like I'm
Yeah,
honestly just living life, which also
yeah,
I think it's okay to do that sometimes. Like you don't
totally.
need to have a next thing and need to have a new goal all the time, but it's also so uncomfortable knowing me. Like I just
Yeah.
don't know how to like live in that.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
agree, but maybe this is also like that's nice that you're kind of feeling stable in your job and your other
Mhm.
pursuits. Maybe you can like use this time to explore something new or kind of
Yeah.
dive deeper into something that you're already doing, like get back into like, content or like whatever. If there's another passion you have, like maybe this is the time to kind of
Yeah.
explore that.
I think it was like the world's way of telling me to like maybe slow down so I can like think about more, like you just said, my passion or
Mhm.
something new that I could explore. So, or even just learn more about myself. So,
Yeah.
let's see where the next
Okay.
few months until I turn 25, like what happens. I feel like this summer will be a good learning experience for me.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and you're going to Europe this summer. Are you excited for
Mhm.
that?
I'm so excited going back to London yet again. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, we
Um,
always like it's the pull. It's the
yeah.
pull. You can't do anything about it.
But I'm not spending too much time there, but I'm excited to take, my boyfriend along because he's never been there. So it's
Mhm.
like I think it's more fun when you go with someone who's never been there because,
Yeah.
everything is new to them.
Yeah.
And then going to Portugal, which I'm very excited about, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be so fun. Your European summer. I'm like,
Mhm.
honestly, I feel like I had my fill of Europe, right? Obviously after college, after we were abroad, and now I'm like feeling the itch again. I'm like, wait, like I
Mhm.
kind of want to go back to Europe. Everyone's in Italy, like what? I want to be there.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
really wanna go somewhere tropical, like, be on a beach, like, really badly, um, but after Europe, we'll figure that out.
I feel like so when you go to Portugal, are you going to go to the beach? Do you know? Because I feel like there are
So,
some beaches, right?
we're gonna do Lisbon for, like, a day or
Okay.
2, not too much
Okay.
there, and then we're
That's
gonna
a
do
city.
a
Yeah.
trip, for a beach, because there are a
Okay.
lot of beaches there, and we're also going during the summer, so it's gonna be really hot, I think best time to go to the beach, so we'll
Hmm.
do, like, a little day trip to a beach there, but we're gonna do
Okay.
Porto, Lisbon, and then there's this place, I think it's, like, an hour away outside of Lisbon, where we'll
Okay.
go to the beach, and I'm very excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I was just telling Manasa I am itching to go to the beach. I am such a beach person. Are you a beach person or a pool
I
person?
am a beach person.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Like, I'll go in a
I love
pool,
the beach.
obviously, but I love the beach, and, like, I enjoy going in the water, and I also enjoy laying on the beach too.
Me too. I just
Yeah.
love like the waves. Like I love the beach. I want to go and obviously we live like on the coast. So New York, Jersey has beaches, but I also
Mhm.
feel like when you're so close, you just don't end up going and it's hard to like get out of the daily cycle, but I'm like trying to coordinate a beach day. I'm really wanting to go.
Well, let
Let's
me
see.
know because I'll be there with my beach bag ready.
Let's go. No, I'm genuinely I wanted to go today to the beach, but like
Mhm.
I forgot today's Father's Day. We're recording this on Father's Day. So
Mhm.
okay, maybe not today, but I will Manasa, I'm gonna message you because I've been wanting to go. Like really bad.
Mhm. Let's
I'm
do
ready.
it. I know.
Yeah.
And I think this summer in particular is hotter than usual, very
Yeah.
hot.
Very
So I
hot.
think taking advantage of the beach would be really nice. I also want some rook really badly.
Ah, we need to get some rook coffee.
Yeah.
Let's do
When
it.
we were in
I feel like
Jersey and we were in college, I would literally drive 30 minutes just to get rook and come home.
just to get Brooke, right? I feel like every time I watch like Alex Earl come home, she lives closer to the shore, and then I'm like, oh my
Mhm.
god, like she's getting the Rook on the. I'm like, I want that. Also,
Yeah.
I think I'm a beach. Like I could live on the beach in the summer. Genuinely,
Mhm.
I wish in the future I want to be able to just like work from the beach. That would be
Mhm.
so great. Like I just want to get a little Airbnb for a couple months, work from home at the beach, and go there every night. That is
I
my.
agree.
I love it.
I agree. Um, but yeah, nothing crazy has been happening other than that.
Okay.
I'm excited for the summer. I think it'll be
Yeah.
really good. But yeah.
Yeah. I need
Mhm.
to get back into a workout schedule though. Like I just feel like because life has been so many like two trips, people, like I just have been so inconsistent with my working out and I really need to get back. How has your I guess workout journey been since the marathon
Oh,
or since the
since the
half?
half marathon.
Yeah.
If I'm being completely honest, I have
Yeah.
not really run since doing the half marathon. I think a lot of I'm talking to a lot of people, and I feel like there's a lot of burnout that comes with like right after you
Yeah.
finish that race because a lot of your weekends leading up to the race are like dedicated around running. And I think like right after that, I was just like so excited to like not have to spend half of my day every weekend running,
Putting around it. Yeah.
and it would also make me super tired that day, so, like, doing anything on that day in particular, would be really tough, but I have been doing a lot of walks.
Okay.
I've been going to Core Power a lot,
Nice.
and just going to the gym, but I haven't been
Okay.
running at all.
Nice.
The other
Nice.
day, I went on a run in Michigan, I ran, like, 1 mile, and honestly, it was really tough. It was really tough.
I
If someone
know.
told me to run another half right now, I don't think I could do it, but at least I know now that I can do it.
That you can do it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Exactly, exactly. No, that's nice. I know. I think I need to get back into a little bit of a schedule. I'm like, I've been thinking about canceling my gym membership and then just going to Pilates, like going to a Pilates studio and just like doing that. But then I also like the ability to like go to be able to go to the gym if I want, like
Mhm,
actually use the other machines. And I'm trying to learn more what to do at the gym
mhm,
outside of my little like usual routine.
mhm,
So I'm just trying to figure out like kind of how to get back into it because I feel like it's just been so inconsistent and my body is craving like the movement and the routine of the gym.
mhm. Does your gym have, like, Pilates?
It does, but you have to pay extra on top of your membership because it's like
Okay. The
it's the
reformer machine?
reformer. Yeah, that's the only thing. Like the spin classes are included, but the Pilates ones aren't. And I don't know. I don't want to pay on top of the gym membership. So I'm like,
Yeah.
either I'll have a studio because like honestly, there's a club Pilates near me, and
Mhm.
like it's expensive to go to a Pilates studio. So I don't think I can't do both. Like I either have to do the gym membership or the Pilates membership. So kind of have to figure it
Yeah.
out.
I think Pilates is one of the most expensive workouts,
So expensive.
if I'm being honest. I think so, because I was just thinking about it, like, solid core and, like, all those different things, they're so expensive, or, like, there's, like, these individual, like, reformer Pilates studios, and they're all
Yeah.
really expensive. I'm wondering if it's because, like, in the studio itself, they can only have, like, a certain amount of people, so it is really
Yeah.
expensive. Yeah.
I don't know. I do think it's like such a good workout, but obviously like generally more inaccessible because you do need a machine to do it and it is
Mhm.
so expensive. But I do a lot of mat Pilates.
Mhm.
But it's obviously not the same, but I kind of do that. When I work out on my own, I always start with a little mat Pilates workout and then go into what I'm doing. Let's see. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
like get back into the gym for a month and kind of see how I'm feeling about it if I want to um like do Pilates for a bit. But
Mhm.
yeah, man, I think I'm like really needing to get back into a good workout routine. I
Mhm.
really need it.
Yeah. Um, I feel like summer also is a great way to, like, also be outside. You have your dog, so you've been going on a lot of walks with your dog too, I'm
I
assuming.
do
Yeah.
I do go on walks with my dog as well. You're right, which is
Mhm.
nice. I think it's a good way to
Mhm.
get out. You're right because I feel like working out outside or like moving outside is different than moving inside. And we tend to just go to a gym and just stay in all day. And movement
Yeah.
outside is different.
I was on a walk this morning before we started recording, and I was like, "This would be so much better with a dog." I was just,
Oh,
like,
I
mimicking, like,
know.
as if I was had a dog.
Wait, you know how like when you're younger, did you ever have had like an imaginary friend?
Yeah, I did.
I had an imaginary dog. Like I used to
Really?
pretend that I had a pet, and I used to play in my backyard, like pretend like we're chasing each other. I was insane.
And then
It's
when
fun.
no one was there.
No one was there. It was just me running around in circles.
Oh my god.
But
Wait,
you've
that's
had
low-key
puppy
what I was
fever.
doing today. Yeah.
You've had the puppy fever. Like you were like I've been seeing it. Melissa like has been feeling the puppy fever for sure.
If I had the space and if my rent wasn't so expensive, I would have a dog. Like, I would have a
Yes.
dog, like, 100%. Um, and I think I'm willing to give it that time that it needs.
Yeah.
Like, I'm willing to, take care of it, and I always know that if I'm not here, there's always gonna be a friend who's gonna wanna take care of the dog, so, like, I just
I agree.
don't think that's an issue.
I agree. But you know what I think? I think that this is okay. I do think that once you get a dog, it is a bit like your kid. Like you do have to
Yeah.
now start thinking about you can't leave it alone for a long amount of time. What if you're
Mhm.
going on a trip? What if like are
Mhm.
making plans? You have to now consider you need to walk it. You need to like think of this whole other living
Same.
thing, which I think is great. But I also think right now that it's such a time in your life where we get to live so selfishly. So I think like maybe I want it so bad, but I also don't know. Like I obviously I have my family dog, but and I want my own dog, but I don't know if I could like give it the if I could right now give it the
Same.
yeah, like what it deserves from me. And I know I'm gonna do it in a couple of years, like totally.
Mhm.
I think right now I'm just enjoying like not having to think, being able to get up and do whatever I want. I like the
Right.
freedom that comes
Right.
with having the responsibility,
Yeah.
you know?
I also think if I get a dog, I want it to live in luxury. So I want
Yes.
it to have
Yes.
all the outfits it deserves, you know? And
I
I just
know
don't think I'm at that point right now where I can give it all of that and the
what
life.
it deserves. Yeah, the life
Exactly.
it deserves.
So I just yeah, I don't think it's even I mean, like, if I'm being honest, I have puppy fever, but I don't think, like, it'll happen. Like, if I always, like, bring myself back, I just don't think it's realistic at the moment,
Yeah.
especially given that, like, traveling or, like
Life
I
situation,
even
yeah.
think about, like, say you go to the office all day, like, and you have something
Yeah.
after work. You can't go directly after work. You might have to come home and walk your dog
Yeah.
and then go. So it's like
Exactly.
thinking about all of that or like having to come home early because your dog is there and like doing all of that.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ready to give up that yet.
Totally. And
Yeah.
I think it's such a stage in life. Like genuinely, I think we're all gonna get there where we want to take care of another living being and like but I just think right now it's like nice to be like, oh, like you want to hang out? I don't have to worry about what's you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
can just kind of like go with the flow. I kind of
Dude,
like that.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, sometimes I can barely take care of myself, so I feel like I need
Exactly.
to do that first before I can take
That
care of the a living being.
literally I genuinely think we just need to be dog-ons. Like we just need to like find people or like we just need
Friends
to be
who
around
have
dogs.
dogs.
That's what we need. Literally. That's what
One
we
of
need.
our friends, Cherie, I went on a walk with
Yeah.
her this week because I was like, "It's such a perfect day. We need to go outside." And
She
I
has a
think
dog.
well, her boyfriend has a dog and they, like, live together, so I
Okay.
was like, "This is so cute." But also, like, I wanted to do something that was different than, like, eating and drinking all the time, so I was like,
Yeah.
"Let's go on a walk." And she just
Yeah.
happened to bring her dog, and I was like, "This is so great." I just get to walk
Wait,
alongside the dog for, like, an hour and a half.
that's so nice. So is she able to like I you know what? I've also only ever had a dog in the suburbs and I just feel like it must be so different having a dog in an apartment in a city. Like just
Mhm.
city dogs and, and suburb dogs are like a different beast. I
Yeah.
also have a huge
I
dog, so
I think they adapt to the environment.
they do. I think so.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
right. But like for me, I don't have to I can just let my dog out in my backyard. Like that's fenced.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like I just feel like there's the and he has all this space. I don't have to worry about taking him to a dog park, which are things that you have
Yeah.
to account for when you're in a city. So yeah, I wonder how that works. But
That's a good question, and I think it's like you have to take it on a walk
you
here.
do.
You
Yeah,
just
you
have
do.
to, like, 2 to 3 times a day because, like, you don't have, like, the luxury of a backyard to, like, let them run out and
Yeah,
run around
you're
and
right.
get
Because that's
tired and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah. Yeah. That is very
you're
true.
right. You're so
And that's
right.
why you know what?
I can't
Maybe
wait.
I'll be a dog walker. That
You
could be
wait,
fun.
honestly. Okay, so I don't know if you remember, Masa, but one of our friends did that thing where they like went and stayed at someone's house and babysat their dogs. Maybe you should
Yeah.
ask them for that website and see if you could like walk a dog like on the weekends or like
Yeah.
something. I feel like there must be ways to like,
Mhm.
like babysit a dog on a like a weekend afternoon once in a while or like walk a dog or do something.
Yeah. I have some friends who use WAG, where they,
Okay.
like you can walk other people's dogs, like, I think it's, like, super easy to become a dog walker, but a lot of friends who also have dogs, they use that so they can get someone to walk their dog in the middle of the day, so that could be a fun little hobby, and it could maybe give me some experience on how to deal with the dog too, because 'cause I've never actually had
Totally.
one, so I don't
Yes.
know, like, what it entails in terms of taking
Yeah.
care of it. Yeah.
Wait, I think that could be a fun thing and
Mhm.
just gives you so much joy like being around
Mhm.
animals. Like just like a little weekly thing to look forward to.
I agree. I agree. I think it could be a lot
I
of
love
fun.
that. That's so great.
Yeah.
I cannot wait till you actually have a dog though. I'm gonna spoil that dog.
I
I
know.
don't be spoiled.
It won't be for a while, but when it does, it will be waiting for you.
Do you think you would dress your dog up on Halloween? Do you
Oh,
think you
yeah.
would do that?
Oh, yeah.
Would you?
Yeah. Do you not dress up
I
your dog?
we don't. Well, he has a like a holiday sweater that we put on him
Okay.
or like something like that, but we've never done like a whole costume. But like
Okay.
he has like bandanas and like a sweater, but that's like
Mhm.
the extent of how crazy we get with him. But yeah,
Mhm. I think I would get them, like it also depends on how big the dog is. Like, I feel like if it's, like, a really big dog, it might be a little harder to dress them up. I feel like a lot of times I see dogs and they're smaller and they have more outfits and they get dressed up more. So I don't know.
yeah,
But I do think I
yeah.
will be that person to dress up my dog.
Okay, that's
I saw this one dog
so.
when I was on a walk today, and he was wearing these little pink shoes, a little pink bow, and it was, like, strutting. It was a little poodle.
That's so. I feel like in the city, having little shoes for your dog is like so important because then it's so much easier to like keep your
Mhm.
like place clean because you like yeah you
'Cause
don't
then
know
you
what's out
bring your
there.
dog back and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Manhattan it can be. Brooklyn and
That's
Manhattan can just be.
just
I agree. I agree. I agree. So I feel like we have done our best to kind of catch up. So much has happened. Like I just keep remembering more. But I guess what are you looking forward to in the summer? Like
Yeah,
it's mid June. We have a couple months. What are you looking forward to? Because I feel like also New York in the summer is such a fun time.
yeah. So I guess one thing, or like a few things that I'm really excited for this summer is like spending a lot more time outside. I think
Yeah,
this year I like really felt the seasonal depression of like it being dark and like it being inside a
me
lot
too.
and just
Yeah.
like it being cold. And finally I feel like I'm starting to like feel like myself again. So it feels good. So I'm excited to be outside more. I'm excited to travel, obviously. Um, and just like be with people. I think it's going to be a really fun summer. And that is one thing I'm excited for. What about you?
I know. Um, yeah, me too. I think I'm excited. First of all, okay, I've been gardening a little bit, which is new over here, and I'm loving it. Like, I
Yeah.
absolutely love it. I bought a bonsai tree. I bought it on Mother's Day, so it's been like it's been some time, and maybe even not that long, but it's been weeks. So we'll just say it's been weeks, and I'm really enjoying like gardening. And okay, so my family has always gardened, and I've never had a green thumb. And like, I don't know. Now that I've been like helping plant like little flowers. I feel like I'm noticing flowers and like nature so much more. Every morning I wake up and check on all the plants. Like it's just I don't know. I'm really enjoying. You're right, the connection with nature that I'm feeling a lot more. Like I don't think I've ever noticed flowers like I have this summer and
Yeah.
spring, which is like and so I think definitely traveling, just soaking up the weather because same, I feel like this winter I felt that I felt like having to be holed up in my house because of the dark and the cold, like so much more than I felt it before. So now that it's nice out, I'm just like I want to soak it all up.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I think I just like have been wanting to just see people more and just like be outside. Like any excuse I get, like I just want to be outside, whether it's just like sitting on the grass and like I think that's another great thing about New York. There's just so many parks by the water, and I've just been like
Yeah,
really, really enjoying just like sitting by the water here. I mean, like you were just saying before about the beach, like I think listening to the waves in the water is just such a fun thing for me, and I think I enjoy it so
yeah,
much. So I've been
yeah,
trying to do it like every week, just like sit by the water, something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like being around water makes me take a second to reflect. Like it's like a built-in mindfulness for me. Every time
Mhm.
I'm at the beach or I'm at the near water, something about it makes me sit there and be like, take a deep breath and like
Mhm.
remember this moment. It just comes naturally, and I feel like that doesn't
Mhm.
happen otherwise going through life. And that's also like my happy place. If I'm ever stressed, I think back to when I'm like that piece of like hearing the water. It's just weird. I think it's my peaceful like spot.
Mm,
Like
yeah,
yeah, the water. You're right.
I agree. I guess another thing that I'm just like really excited for this summer is like, I think like with the seasons, or maybe it's just this year that I feel like I'm just so much more. I've recently become really excited about creating content again and like taking more pictures and like taking pictures of my outfit. Yeah, I feel like in the past I would just be like, it's okay. I don't need to take a picture, whatever. I would just skip over it. But recently I've just been like setting the intention of like, I like my outfit. Let me just take a picture. There doesn't have to be a reason or an event to take a picture.
Agreed.
It also doesn't
Agreed.
need to be a perfect outfit to take a picture. Like,
Agreed. Yeah,
yeah. Like
that's
I
so
think
true.
before I needed to like plan it all out and that was the only time I could take a picture. I'm like, no, like I could just be walking outside and like that day, like let's just take a picture. Um,
Yeah,
and I think I've just changed my mindset with it, and it's just made me feel more alive and excited again about like doing
yeah.
that.
And I think
Um,
it's so funny, like the perception, like how, we might think that, like, oh, it's not perfect, but genuinely, I feel like you have been posting your outfits more, and I love seeing your fit. I
Thank
literally think
you.
it's such a fun, I'm not even joking. Like, honestly, I think you're so good at putting outfits together. I've
No,
always told you
that
that,
makes
but
me
like,
happy that you noticed that because I feel like I'm just putting so much more intention in it
yeah.
lately. Yeah.
Even I feel like you post it on your gram more and like then you make like TikToks. I just feel like I love kind of like seeing your little I think you're so right. Like I think it's So and it's really fun to watch. Like I think so. I definitely
Thank
feel that way.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So,
Another
I'm
thing.
just excited for summer outfits because I feel like there's just so many I'm
Yeah.
excited for dresses. Like, I'm so excited. Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing I'm looking forward to is Love Island. Have you been watching?
No, but I thought I watched, like, 5 minutes of the first season, and then I haven't, only because Bridgerton came back, and I my mind has been on that. So,
Yeah. Did you
yeah.
finish it?
No, I didn't finish it
Me
yet.
neither. Me
Yeah.
neither. Okay. Okay. This is my thing about Love Island. I cannot get into Love Island UK this year. I'm watching Love Island USA, and that's just the way it
Wait,
is.
at the same time?
Yeah. So Love Island
Okay.
USA just started last week. So it's only been like 4 episodes. It's on
Mhm.
Peacock. I made my brother give me his student discount. We have been watching it. I have never like preferred Love Island USA to Love Island UK. But this season, I tried to watch the first episode of UK. I couldn't get
Mhm.
through it. I
Mhm.
don't know. It feels like a parody. I don't know what
Okay.
it is. Like, it's
Okay.
just not giving to me. I feel like everyone is so similar. Like, I'm genuinely having trouble differentiating the
Who's
people on the
who?
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not like it's just not getting me pulled in. But I'm really enjoying US, and already they have an Australian girl on there. They have a UK guy on
Oh.
there. And it's just, I don't know. Odell Beckham Jr.'s brother is on the season of Love Island USA.
Oh.
I'm like, I think it's really fun. Like also it's like Ariana is the host.
Ariana
Like Mora,
Grande?
no, Ariana
Oh,
Madix
okay.
from Vanderpump. Not
I
Grande,
was
not
about to say.
Ariana Madix, and then like Mora, who's from the UK version, is like also super involved on like she's like a part time host. She does like actor stuff. I just think they're doing
Mhm.
so good
Wait,
with getting.
Maura's hosting part-time for US?
She's like a after sun host and like does like little stuff for them. Yeah,
Whoa!
they're doing
Okay.
after sun for the first time. So like every week they do a recap and she hosts it. And so I'm like, they're just getting it right. I think I'm like really enjoying Love Island US. So yeah, and I couldn't finish. I have not been able to finish Bridgerton either, which is crazy to me because usually I would have had it done in a day, and I'm having a little trouble getting into it. I will be finishing it this week, but
Mhm.
yeah, I have some issues there, but it's fine.
Wait, what do you okay, so what did you think about this season of Bridgerton to how far you've gotten?
Okay,
I
I
heard a
think that
sigh.
I sighed because I feel like a different showrunner made this season than the other ones. It does not feel like the same show to me. And I don't know if
Okay.
that's true. I feel like they're just taking such a different approach. Like why are you it's they're almost turning it into like a Gossip Girl or like they're trying to
Mhm.
make it a different kind of show, which is fine, just not what I signed up for when I started watching it. So you're like switching it up
Mhm.
on me. I want them to focus more on the initial love story. I don't need all the side stories, first of all. It is the biggest departure from the books from all the seasons because I've obviously read the books and
Mhm.
there's so many side stories that never happened in the books. So
In the book.
that's all stuff that they're just adding in.
Interesting.
I don't think they made me love Colin and Penelope.
Colin.
Colin, yeah.
The way Ben says it, it's like, "Colin." I can't. I don't know, it's just her specifically and how she says Colin, I don't know why.
You're sorry. You're sorry. What do you think? Like, what do you think of this season?
So, obviously, season 2 is my favorite season.
All time.
Yeah, and
Nothing
I
will ever top
thought
that.
going into this season I was talking to my boyfriend about it, and he was, like, looking at the critics' reviews, and it's so crazy, like, season 3 has the highest rating compared to the other seasons. However, I would have to disagree, and I think season 2
Yeah,
is the best. And
me
I
too.
agree with the fact that I don't think the main focus was, like, on their love story. I didn't get
Yeah,
much of that, at least in the
yeah,
first half, and I thought the first
yeah,
half of the show was a little bit slow.
yeah.
Um,
I
I
agree.
like it. I mean, if I'm
Okay,
comparing it to the second one, I don't love it as much, but, I do like it, but however, I do think there could have been more, push and pull and understanding of their actual love story rather than,
I agree.
like, Lady Whistle Down and, like, that being the main premise of the show.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I also think, okay, this is like a spoiler. Okay, if you haven't watched the season, I'm not trying to spoil it, but I might say some stuff. I think in the books they make the fact that she's Lady Whistledown, I feel like they in the show, it's just like it feels like she's just talking shit about people. So I
Right.
don't really get it. But in the books, it's supposed to be this thing that's like it's her life's work. She's a woman. She can't have anything for herself. She's a really good writer. It's her creative outlet. All this stuff. And the whole idea of like Eloise and her fight, never in the books. The fact that she talks
Oh.
shit about Eloise, never in the books. So I feel like they just haven't made me love Penn in the movie. She just or sorry, in the show. She just feels kind of selfish. Like you do
Mhm.
I haven't bought in to the struggle of like her doing it just because it's like something that she has for herself and all this stuff. It kind of feels like she's not being that nice. And even
Yeah.
with Colin, the fact that she's not telling him, that never happens in the books. He finds out before they get married, before they get engaged.
Oh,
So
so they
it's
changed that whole thing.
the whole thing. He knows that she is Lady Whistledown, and then he proposes to her.
Interesting.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
it just feels like she's being so vindictive.
That
Like
really changed actually the whole story.
the whole story. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, what? I don't know. I don't believe, I don't want them to be together because I don't think they're being good to each other. That's
Mhm.
how I just needed more of them. You're right. I
Mhm.
think that's what I'm missing from this season. But
Also, given that you read the book, it also gives you this, like, different picture on it. Like, as someone who
totally.
hasn't read the book, like, now seeing that side of it, like, I'm just honestly, maybe they probably just changed it so it could be a little bit different from the last season, and, like, it
Yeah,
focuses on something else, maybe that's why,
totally. And it definitely adds
but
more drama. Like it
mm,
I see like why they would do it for a
yeah.
show. I get it.
But
But
I
it's just
see
not
how you said it was a little bit like Gossip Girl, because that's so true. That's such a good analogy because
yeah.
also Gossip Girl did a very similar thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly.
interesting. Interesting.
Mhm. But I don't know. I love the like the fits. I love you know what I love? My favorite part of Bridgerton is when they do like the classical renditions of songs, like the acoustic versions. I listen to the playlist afterward. I think it's
Yeah,
so beautiful. So it's
I
so fun to like
agree.
listen to all those versions on the
I
show.
agree. Well, I was watching it with Cable, and he was just like saying, he's like, it's so funny how this is like supposed to be pictured in like a different time period, but all the songs are from this time period. And I was like, you know what? I've never thought of it like that. But it's still really good. Because it'll be playing
I
like
know.
Pitbull, and it's like from
Yeah,
like,
the Pitbull song in the carriage was like so funny. I can't. I'm sorry. I don't know if that was the best choice
I
of song.
because like that's like sixth grade middle school dance song.
It was you're right, you're right, you're right. But I do love how they really try to focus on the representation. Like in the second half, they're signing, one girl is signing at one point, so they're showing that
Mhm.
obviously she has a hearing impediment. And like I love how they focus on kind of showing different races, different people,
Yeah,
backgrounds. Like I think that's really cool with the show, how they
and
do
they
that.
put, AP that girl from AP Dylan's song, uh,
Yeah, Miss Sharp oh, Miss
Bonita.
Malhotra. Miss
Yeah,
Malhotra.
Miss Malhotra.
Yeah.
I was like, "She looks so familiar," and then I put the pieces together that she
Yeah.
was in that music video.
She's
Um,
gorgeous though.
she's so pretty, so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Miss Malhotra. And I love how they're
I
like showing brown women as attractive. Go,
Mhm.
get it.
Multiple. There's, like, a lot of brown people in the show, if I'm being complete and, like, so many. It's very diverse.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool to watch. Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree. It's really fun. When she came on, I was like, oh, I love this. Like, that was a really cool little Easter egg. It was fun.
Is she actually AP Dillon's girlfriend, or was she just in the music video?
I don't know. I thought that
Mm.
they were dating because that music video very much looked like, like
It looked like he made it, you know what I mean? Like, he compiled it and made it.
yes.
Yeah.
It looked like a home video of like him and his girlfriend. Like that was the vibe of it. But I'm not sure if they're together. But I thought they were. So I don't know.
Yeah. Hmm,
I'm not sure.
interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm,
But I like yeah, you're right, you're right. I need to finish this season. Maybe we'll talk about once we both finish it, we can talk about it in like our overall thoughts of the second half.
I agree.
In the next time we record.
Mm. I guess other than that, things that I'm excited for the summer have been I don't know. I've just been having this first half of the year has just been a crazy year for me in terms of just like so many things that have been dealing with my health and like having to deal with all of that and like having to like balance that with a lot of my life
Yeah,
as well.
yeah,
Um, but I feel like with the summer, like things are just starting to feel a lot better. So it feels really good to be able to just like finally relax. And like I'm excited for the summer and like being able to do that and discover new things about myself.
I know, I know. I'm
Yeah.
hoping it's gonna be a good one. I feel like it is. Like I don't know. I definitely have like a good feeling about the summer, and I do think that spring, summer is just like always a reset, you know.
Mhm.
So maybe like a little time to re-reflect, you know, like spring cleaning, like re-reflect on what's important, your passions, and like maybe just a little
Mhm.
reset going forward for the end of the
Yeah.
year.
I feel like with every season, a new shift happens. And I think that's why I also love living on the East Coast because, like, every season feels like a new chapter and like a new
Yeah,
start
I
rather than it
agree.
all just feeling the same.
I
So,
so agree.
yeah.
Yeah, I so agree. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
this was a
I know.
really good little catch up. Honestly, Ishika and I just covered a bunch of different things, but it might be a lot of virtual recordings in the future.
Hmm.
But I hope you guys still stay in tune, share it with your
Yeah.
friends, and just get excited for all the future episodes.
Yeah, bear with
Yeah.
us as we kind of figure it out as probably gonna be recording like more virtually, and we're trying to, you know, keep our quality and content up.
Mhm.
So yeah, bear with us as we kind of figure it out, and yeah, please like always message us, let us know about any thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or like anything you guys have seen other podcasts do when they're getting like doing it virtual. We're just kind of learning as it's going. So like any like advice or experiences that you've seen, like always so helpful to us. Yeah.
yes,
But yeah, you can definitely go follow the podcast on Instagram, TikTok, follow Ishika and I. And honestly, go back and listen to all of our old episodes as well. We have so many, like over 100 different
there's a
episodes. So
lot. Like there's a lot.
yeah.
You'll be entertained.
Yeah, it's a lot of content and a lot of coverage. But yeah, thanks so much for listening to this week's episode, and you'll hear us next week.
Bye.
Bye.